Life could be a dream. Life could be a dream. Shaboom.
I'd like to say a word or two about Kate Smith, the New York Yankees, and the Philadelphia Flyers. The New York Daily News reported yesterday that the Yankees quit playing Smith's rendition of God Bless America during their seventh inning stretch after the club was made aware of Smith's potential racism. This morning, newspapers in Philadelphia reported the Flyers are cutting ties with Smith too, covering a statue honoring her with a blanket. Smith, a popular singer in the 1940s, has been dead since 1986. She rose to fame in 1938 when Jewish composer Irving Berlin rewrote God Bless America specifically for Smith and as a peacetime protest of Adolf Hitler. Because of Smith's rendition, God Bless America became this country's second national anthem.
Now, wow, that was wonderful. Welcome to my Political Life video blog. You just heard that Jason Whitlock about Kate Smith. You know, Jason Whitlock, host of Speak for Yourself. Speak for Yourself on Fox Sports 1. And that's why the New York Yankees and the Philadelphia Flyers try to have a huge decision to eliminate Kate Smith's rendition of God Bless America. And it doesn't has something to do with, you guessed it, race relations. Just remember that you know that as I said on my radio show on the Blaze Radio Network, and so is my Political Life video blog on my personal website. And you know why? Because the New York Yankees try to ban her rendition of God Bless America. Because that's why getting the word out that she sang racist lyrics back nearly 90 years ago. So whatever happens, that the Philadelphia Flyers wants to remove Kate Smith's statue, as far as we're concerned. And I hope Will Kane listens to this, because he better listen to what I just said. Because you try to blast Stephen A. Smith on purpose, do you? Well, here's my observation for you. Because God Bless America at this team's important games during the Stanley Cup winning days back in the 70s, and the Flyers went so far as to cover Kate Smith's statue in front of the team just before removing it altogether. Oh. Because everybody knows that this team has been erased God Bless America rendition from its archives after this, you guessed it, the songs that she just sang back in the 1930s. It came to life. And it turns out to be that Kate Smith gave a huge radio address, heard by the millions back in 1945, titled The Value of Tolerance. And that's why the magazine Tune In was being excerpted. Excerpted Smith's speech on page 41 back in 1945. Because adding to her words was attracted, you guessed it, 20,000 reprint requests. And that's why Kate Smith told the World War II audience. So listen to this, because I'm not going to read it all about this. I'm not going to read it all about that. Because listen to this, I'm not going to read it all. Because it seems to me that faith in the decency of human beings is what we must have more of it. And if there is to be a future for all of us in this world, we read the newspapers every day about conferences, but conferences on the best way to keep the peace. Well, I am not an expert on foreign affairs, and I don't pretend to know all the complex things that will have to be done. A lasting peace, as far as we're concerned, about this one. And you know what that means. So that's all I can say. And you know what I'm talking about. Yes. But anyways, so here's the question: what did Smith do besides this? Well, guess what? According to the Boston Globe columnist Jeff Jacoby said that Smith invited Josephine Baker to appear on her television show back in the 50s, and which is aired for the first time for the controversial black entertainer on American television. And so is the Billy Williams Quartet, as far as we're concerned. But anything else can be civilized about this one? About everybody has already been reported one of the songs that Kate Smith just sang back in the 30s. That's why Dark Keys was born. And it's been a satire against white supremacy and bigotry. Oh, hello. Because Jacoby in his piece explains why. That it was tried to recorded by Paul Robertson. I bet he's an African American baritone, in my opinion. And the other song is, you guessed it, Smith sang Pickaninny Heaven. Was part of this 1930s movie called Hello Everybody. So the question is, will the Yankees or the Flyers rethink their stances as far as we're concerned? Well, guess what? Jason will analyze this, you know what I'm saying. Listen to this exchange.
Smith used the popularity of the song to raise war bonds during World War II. She's credited with generating $600 million in support of the war effort. President Ronald Reagan awarded her the Presidential Medal of Freedom. I have to admit, before yesterday, I had no idea who Kate Smith was. When her name dropped in the news, I thought she was one of the actresses on Charlie's Angels, but that was Kate Jackson. Anyway, Kate Smith recorded a couple of problematic, seemingly bigoted songs. That's Why Darkies Were Born and Pickaninny Heaven. I use the word seemingly because black civil rights hero Paul Robeson also sang That's Why Darkies Were Born, and the song was considered satire, mocking the concept of racism. Smith sang Pickaninny Heaven in the 1933 big-budget movie
What are you doing?
Hello Everybody. If you know anything about Hollywood in 2019 or in 1933, you know that Kate Smith did exactly what she was told to do by the liberal elitist executives running the movie and music industries. Women won the right to vote in 1920. Am I supposed to believe that 13 years later, Kate Smith, a 250-pound woman who was routinely publicly fat-shamed, was calling shots on what she did and didn't sing in
Will you get out of here?
Once again, our emotions and minds are being toyed with. The people who blackmailed the Yankees into dumping Smith's version of God Bless America are not trying to clean up American racism.
Excuse me, I hate to break this to you, but what are you trying to do to me? You're trying to do me! You see? Every time that dog stands here, tries to... You're ruining my act.
Okay.
You know the moral of my video blog story is this. You can't take Kate Smith out of context as far as we're concerned about God Bless America. And by the way, Doug is trying to interrupt my reputation. Interrupt my reputation. But here's my final thoughts from Michael Smakanish about this exchange. Clip it.
incriminating evidence has now come to light in the controversy over the late singer Kate Smith. I covered this story here last week. You may recall that because 2 songs out of the roughly 3,000 in her catalog had racially insensitive, racist lyrics, her version of God Bless America was then discontinued at both Yankee and Philadelphia Flyer games, and her statue that had stood outside Philadelphia Sport Arena since 1987, the year after she died, was quickly taken down.
Now you see what happens? It happens again. Well, that's a first. Well, I'll find out what it is on my radio show later on tonight on the Blaze Radio Network, and see what happens next, if you know what I'm saying. And by the way, next time, if Doug ruins my reputation,
The one we don't have.
that could be you. That could be you. Try to ruin my reputation.
You don't have a reputation.
Yeah, right. That's my Below the Light video blog story. I'm sticking to it.